Make money before 10? What you asked me to?
So this is going to
remind
kind
you
of tie into, it's going to kind of tie into what we're talking about today, which is really good. Because I said this to you before we even come up with what we were going to talk about
Jack
today.
messaged me and said, remind me to say this on the podcast, so I don't even know what he's about to say.
So today, I suppose if we explain what we're going to talk about today, it would make more sense as to why this connects to what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
So we're talking about surrounding yourself with people who are
Forcing you to level up.
People who are essentially outworking you and being in that environment and feeling like the small fish.
Yeah. I mean, not even necessarily feeling like a small fish or people who are outworking you, just people who force you to level up.
Yeah.
Like, you're not surrounded by... Did you see my story yesterday?
I didn't.
Everyone
you went down to see Jack, didn't you?
Yeah. But I basically said on my story, you're average right now because you're surrounded by Muppets. And then just kept saying Muppets and Muppets. But I was just speaking.
Yeah. But you just ended up saying Muppets loads.
Everyone was laughing at it. But it's true. But it's like, if you are surrounded by Muppets, that is the reason you are average.
Yeah.
You're a product of your environment. That's saying, show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Yeah.
So if you are surrounded, everyone in your gym is a Muppet. They train like a Muppet, train like a dickhead. All your mates are not focused, not going anywhere in their life. Like, your potential is capped. But when you expose yourself to people who are just on a completely different level, who support each other, who are just going to facilitate the environment to allow you to actually reach your potential, that's complete game changer for you in your life. So putting yourself in those environments is what we're going to talk about today. But so how does that link in?
So one of the ways I've put myself in that environment is coaching concierge, which is like...
What is this, make money before 10?
This was on one of the calls yesterday, yeah. So 3 times a week we have group calls with different people who are part of coaching concierge. One day we talk with Bryce, who's head of like 5-star coaching, it's called, essentially. And we go through all of the back end stuff to do with coaching and how to deliver a 5-star service to our clients. And that's Monday's call. Wednesday, Sarah is everything to do with social media marketing, all that kind of stuff, all the like strategy stuff behind that, copywriting, and all the really confusing and mind-boggling stuff that comes with like Facebook ads and all that kind of stuff. And then Thursdays is Mark's call.
Yeah.
And that one's always like the big one because Mark like turns up. Like simply just that, like he went to Dubai last week and they all took some time off. So like everyone at coaching concierge took some time off. That was all, I think that was like their like holiday.
Yeah.
Mark still done his call.
Yeah.
From the hotel room. Said to us yesterday on the call, I purposely got a room with a desk because I wanted to work from the desk. I wanted it to look professional. He was like, little things he was talking about was like, when you're on, like I'm on this call now, what can you see behind me?
Yeah.
Like you can see all of my head. You can't just see, when someone gets on a Zoom call and you can just see like that bit of the head, or you can just see that bit. It was like that. What's behind me? Like, is the light in the right position? Even for you guys, like you already work with me. I'm still thinking about it for you because it carries over into everything.
Yeah.
But that's what one of the things he said on that call yesterday. It was like, I make money before 10. He was like, when I get up in the morning, I'm clear on because we were talking about time management. So one of the lads was asking about time management and how to be more efficient with his time and how to stop procrastinating and stuff. And obviously Mark's just like laser focused on what he wants and stuff, isn't he? And that's what it come down to. It was like, I know what I want. I get up. I have a purpose every day. I have a purpose every week, every month, every year. I know. And he was like, I've just finished rewriting my vision of what I want for me and Marsha in the future and stuff. He was like, and it's like 4 pages long.
Yeah.
And he was like, I know that, and it's crystal clear. So I wake up in the morning, and my goal first thing in the morning, he said, I do this until 8. From 8 till 10, I make money.
Yeah.
Do the tasks that make me money, that grow the business, because that is my vision. That is going to get me, that is the vehicle that's going to get me to where I want to be. And like when you hear him say it and you feel the energy, like it's one thing just saying it, but when you know that person follows through with it and you've seen them follow through with it and you've seen the actions of it, it's like, I don't make money before 10 because I don't start work till 10, but yeah, feel the energy. But I think that we'll tie that, we can come back to that. About why I don't start work till 10, because we spoke about that yesterday as well, and I think that's important, being in a room of people doing more than you. I think that's something that we should speak about again today as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you go ahead and crack on with that, but what I would say just before you go into that is maybe you do make money before 10. Maybe what you do before 10 o'clock allows you to make the money that you do make after 10 o'clock. So for me, I now start work at about 9, but everything that I do before 9 sets me up and puts me in a headspace where I'm ready to execute. So that's where I meditate. That's when I tap into my vision every morning. That's when I walk the dog, get some steps in, get my energy up, ready to attack at 9 o'clock. So everything that I do before 9 o'clock is actually probably the thing that's facilitating the actual execution once 9 o'clock comes. So what do you think about that? Would you agree?
Yeah, no, perfect. I like that's like nail on the head for me. I think for a lot of people listening to this who are obviously wanting to be better or wanting to get more out of life, to get more out of themselves, we're both there still now. We are that type of person. So I think sometimes, and you might feel I've been guilty of this, I know I definitely have, of looking at successful people and going, okay, well, they do that, so I need to do that. So what I used to do was try and start work early. Try and get up, have a coffee, do some work, like journal, meditate, do some work straight away. And then we got the dog, and I was like, right, okay, well, now I need to take the dog out in the morning, but I need to get back and start work. And I'd get back and I'd be like, I feel really anxious about like having to start work. Like I'm not starting quick enough. Like I need to do this. And it would like weigh on me. Like I'm not doing that. Like successful people do this. Successful people are already in work doing stuff. Like there's people who are making like well bigger businesses than mine, and they're in work, like coaching people right now. Like I need to be in the office doing stuff. And I get to the start of the day and be like, oh my fucking God, I'm behind already and I haven't even done anything. And I think Phil Graham, done a reel on it this week, talking about how he structures his morning. And I watched it and I just went, nah, it's not for me, that. Phil Graham's fucking smashing it. And he's ridiculously efficient and he gets loads of shit done. Like he does them 20-minute workouts just to build a gym in his house, 20-minute workout every single day, 7 days a week, so that he can still train, but it doesn't take up a lot of time because he's all about like efficiency. And he said he gets up in the morning, and I pretty much said I get up in the morning and I do my biggest task for an hour. Whatever the biggest thing is, whatever's going to make me the most money or whatever's like the thing that I would normally put off, I go and do that straight away. Then I go and read, then I go and meditate, then I go and do whatever, all like the headspace kind of stuff. And then I get on with the rest of my day. He said, because then if I was doing it the other way around, he was saying exactly what I've just said there, is that he'd meditate, journal, do all the like personal stuff, but then feel like he was behind by the time he started work. So he's flipped it on its head. But I was like, that doesn't work for me. Like I know it doesn't work for me. Even when I set a rigid time of right, work first, I feel too rushed going into it. I feel too pressured going into it. And if I'm not awake, if I'm not like able to think clearly when I'm sat in the office trying to do like check-ins or trying to do like write an email or something, and I'm just sat there then getting just frustrated that I can't work. So then when you look at what's been so good about being in coaching concierge and being around all of these people is hearing them all, some of them feeling exactly like that, going, I can't fucking work like that. Like I'm unproductive as fuck in the morning. Mark saying, oh, well, do you know what? From 12 till 4 o'clock, that's when I go to the gym and that's when I sleep and that's when I'm really fucking unproductive. So I don't fucking do anything between 12 and 4. What
Mark does?
That's what he said yesterday. He was like, first thing in the morning, from 8 till 12.
Nice.
So rude. From 8 till 12.
To say that.
Productive. 12 till 4, goes to gym, eats, trains, might have a nap. And then from 4 till like 8, 9 o'clock. Sometimes later because he messaged me or he messaged you like 10:30 sometimes, wouldn't he? Just depends like when you get in like a flow in the evening. But if you're not in that room with them people, you're just looking at Instagram.
Going,
and you're looking at all the gurus going,
get up at 4:30.
get up at 4:30. You're looking at fucking Jocko going,
Well, Jack, yeah, I trained with Jack yesterday, didn't I?
yeah.
He said on his check-in days, he gets up at 4:30 and just works throughout the full day. 80 check-ins across 3 days. And I'm just like, oh, lads, what?
Well,
Ridiculous.
Jack, speaking to Jack yesterday, and again, like one of his things, because he spoke up on that call, was he wasn't taking time off. He was working 7 days a week, 16 hours a day.
Yeah.
And that's when he started working with the guy from TMP.
Yeah.
And he's put more stuff in now to take time off.
Mm.
And like it was nice to hear. And I thought, well, I don't, if I work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week, then maybe I could be where Jack is. But do I want to feel like that? Is that going to fulfill me? It's not.
No.
And so I might get to where Jack is in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, but I won't ever get to that point where I'm completely and utterly burnt out and having to go to like the extreme of, oh my God, I feel burnt out with this. Now I need to do something about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The routine works for me right now,
Yeah.
but the pace is less, and that's fine because I can stay at that pace consistently.
Yeah, 100%. I think obviously it's just got to be in alignment with your values. So
That's
for,
it.
for Jack,
Yeah.
Jack's
Jack,
I just don't give a fuck. I'll run
He's a
myself into
machine.
the ground. And
He's an
and
absolute machine.
It's going to be so for him. It's the trade off. It's worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And obviously, he's now dealing with it. But a part of me thinks you do have to go through that to really appreciate and understand. Right, I need to actually look after myself.
Yeah. I think, do you know what? To be fair, I probably had that last year.
I know. I was
When we
about to
said
say
at
at Christmas.
Yeah.
I've been there. Do you know? Probably in lockdown for pretty much the whole of the first, like the major lockdown. I was doing easy 14-hour days every single day, just because I was just like obsessed with just trying to build online.
Yeah.
Every single day, just relentless, and I felt that, when in that shit gym that we used to work at, like.
Yeah.
You have to experience what it's
Yeah.
like and the negative ramifications in order to fully appreciate, right? Like, yeah, I can achieve this if I keep doing this to my body and to my brain, but like, is it really worth it? And for some people it is, for some people it's not, and you've just got to weigh that up for yourself. But I think that, again, we always come back, whatever conversation we have, we always come back to this. It's just like, do what's in line with your values.
Yeah.
So like for you understand that you're not productive in the morning, so you don't have to get up and start doing what you think is appropriate. What society is telling you that you need to do in order to become a millionaire and blah 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 and all this. You don't have to get up at 4:30 and start doing check-ins. You don't have to get up at 4:30 and eat the frog.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you know yourself. Like the beauty of being an online coach is we have complete freedom on our day.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get up if you want to sleep until midday and work till midnight, you can do that.
I could work an 8-hour day and start at midday and finish at 8 and do nothing other than that, and it'd still be an 8-hour shift.
Exactly.
Like,
so it's like you have complete freedom, and we should use that privilege to be able to find the times in the day where we're most efficient, where we can structure our day so that we are creating a nice headspace for ourselves, so we can go through the day feeling happy, fulfilled, like actually enjoying our fucking life, whilst also then setting ourselves up so we can execute properly and efficiently through the day, get everything we need to do done, train, work, do everything that needs to be done, and then also find a little bit of time to switch off as well, because it is super important. But just being in line with your values, man, is always the fucking key, isn't it? Always, no matter what.
I mean, knowing Jack is fantastic because he's crushing it for a start.